The Bernina 480 is equipped to take the Bernina Stitch Regulator, as sometimes referred to as a BSR. This is how, if you are going to do free motion quilting, you might like trying this out at your local Bernina store. It is how I have become a better quilter. I probably don't need it so much these days, but I do enjoy having all my stitches the same length. It does go on like a regular presser foot. It is a darning foot in its own manner. When I go ahead and put it in place, I do want to lower the feed dogs, and there's a place on the back part to plug this in. So I'm just coming behind the machine, and there's actually an opening. It says BSR back there, so now it's plugged in. As soon as I plugged in, did you notice the screen changed? It is foot 42, so that does automatically pull up. And I want to walk you through some of the items that you're able to do with this particular accessory. Bernina has had this for over probably 14 years now. It has worked since day one. It revolutionized the quilting world, but there's a couple things to know about it, and actually it's pretty easy. So one of the things that we're going to notice is that there are two ways to run this. I am going to also turn on its audio signal, so if I go too fast and I outrun the stitch regulator, it will kind of beep at me and let me know that I need to slow down just a little bit. Okay, so whether it's one or two, I'm going to start with two. Two means that I'm going to use the start-stop button. Now, once I actually push this and the needle takes the stitch, you're going to notice a red light kind of glowing below the foot. That is the optical eye of the foot, and that is going to let the foot tell the machine how fast I'm moving the fabric. So if I go slow, you hear the machine slowing down. If I go faster, then it speeds up. So then the stitches are all the stitch length of 2.0. If I pause, it waits for me. If I want to go, it waits until I move the fabric. I love that I can kind of creep up to where I'm going and then pause when I'm at a place that allows me to kind of figure out where I'm going. In this mode, when I'm done, touch that start-stop button again. It turns off that red light and sinks the needle down into the machine. So once again, touch and hold, and then move the fabric. Again, I'm not stepping on the foot control at all. And I can really get going here. Now, if I do see a little red light come up on the front, let me see if I can get it. There it is. That red light means that I am stitching or moving the fabric faster than the 2.0 stitch length can keep up with me. So my stitches did get a little longer there, but that's only because the machine can't go that fast. I mean, eventually it runs out of speed. So that is helping train me to go just a little bit slower with this stitch length. Now I can move that stitch length to a longer stitch length. Then I don't get that red light so quickly because now the stitches can go further. I love it here. All right, so that just gives you a basic idea how the first mode, not the first mode, but the first one I showed you, and that's actually mode 2. In mode 1, we're going to be using the foot control. Now, I know you won't see me when I'm pressing my foot down, but you are going to notice that I'm not having to push this button to start it and stop it. So I'm not doing this action here. So as soon as I step on the foot control, you'll see that red light come on, and the needle starts to go up and down, whether I'm moving the fabric or not. It kind of is giving me a couple locking stitches, which is kind of nice. And it allows me to start to stitch. And when I'm ready to pause, all I have to do is take my foot off the foot control. Isn't that amazing? It has truly given me the confidence I've needed to become a better quilter and be able to do a lot more detailed work in my quilting as my quilting needs have grown over the years. I will tell you that I definitely took some blueprint classes. Those are online classes on how to master a lot of quilting techniques, but I did use this foot and it just made it was like taking half the learning curve away and letting me concentrate more on my patterns that I was doing instead of keeping my hands and my feet all working at the same speed. So this machine is Bernina Stitch Regulator ready. It is an optional foot for you, and you can add it on at any time.